Welcome back to the Open Mic Podcast. Back this week with me as always, Jason.
Hey.
And this corn-fed, blonde-haired fuck machine next to me is none other than comedian Jacob Marshall. What's up, Jacob?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me on. By the way, I'm pretty sure I'm a redhead. I'm kind of a redhead.
He falls in the ginger universe for sure.
The beard is very red.
Well, I'll tell you, it's in the eye of the beholder, and I thought your blonde hair was beautiful.
I'll take it.
So
I would prefer to be blonde.
Red is just another version of blonde. That's all it is.
I'm just throwing myself under the bus, basically, by saying I'm a redhead.
I was trying to help you.
You were
I
definitely,
literally came out the gate trying to lift you up, and you're like, nope, I'm down here.
Immediately pulled the comic move of I'm horrible. I'm horrible. I'm the worst.
And keep believing that, because if you think you're great, you're not going to work, and you're not that great either. So
it's the worst. It's like new comics, especially like people that are even newer than me. When they're like, "Oh, like I already got 15 minutes," I'm like, I fucking hate you already.
Yeah,
like,
no, you don't have any minutes.
No.
Okay, you stole all that material, and it's not even good.
I've seen everything you've done, and I've never laughed, and I haven't really seen many people laugh at all. Like,
yeah. I don't want people to laugh at my set. I want them to just keep me down, work harder, work horse.
Yeah, exactly. Just
no, I'm kidding. I want them to laugh. Yeah. How long are you doing comedy? How long are you in now?
I'm at like 7.5 months right now. I started May 17th of this year.
So new, he's still counting the months.
I am.
So, okay, yeah.
The half months. I'm still at the half months.
Yeah.
I want my 2-week credit.
Yeah, okay. 7 3/4 months. Okay, it's 5 days into the third week. All right, and so you're a COVID comic. You're a hybrid, right? You started there like towards the end of COVID's not over. It's over. I don't know.
You're like, well,
it
since
felt
I
like
got to be at home, I might as well do something funny.
Yeah. No, it felt like it was just starting to like loosen back up again when I started. Where like people were saying mics were getting back to normal a little bit.
Everybody's been sitting at home for a year watching people rise in money as TikTok stars. You're like, fuck that. I can talk to people. I can do this.
Yeah. And there's still comics that people be like, oh, you don't know them? And I'm like, no, like, I guess not. They're like, oh, I guess they've just been like away because of COVID. Like still to this day, like people that have been around for like years that I guess
they'll pop up.
Yeah,
everyone
they'll just
knows
pop
them. You're
up
like, who
now,
the
and
fuck
everybody,
are you?
like I've never seen them.
Like, I've been here 7 months. What's going on? 7 3/4.
And it's funny, like a lot of comics I know, I'll even say during COVID, I asked them to do this podcast, and they were like, we didn't know what COVID was, and they were, for lack of better terms, bitches about it. And some of these people I still haven't seen come out of their house yet. I'm like, you can come out, like Chipotle's open, dude.
Yeah,
like, you can sit down in Chipotle now. It's fine.
Like
you can open hot sauces with your mouth now again. You can open a sauce packet.
Yeah, like at that point, how do you not kill yourself? If you're like stuck inside for 2 years.
Some of those comics weren't that funny, so I doubt they can commit to suicide. They can't commit to a bit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not at all. And like, I just want to say this before I forgot it. I've been thinking about this. You know I'm big into the Matrix. I base all my life decisions off the first Matrix, not this last one.
Yeah. Trash.
What if COVID was actually code into the Matrix to try to help us, and all the people who have died from COVID were just freed from the Matrix? What if COVID's actually a good thing? What if we should be trying to get it? What if it's the little fucking red pill that we need to be taking?
What if we should be trying to get it?
Yeah, we should be trying to
start licking countertops.
Yeah, dude.
At that point, I'm trying to figure out the way to describe this because I got COVID and it didn't take me out. So, like,
because you took a purple pill.
I guess I wasn't chosen. Like,
no,
I wasn't good enough to get taken out of the
status quo.
Yeah,
maybe.
Like, I guess
your mind wouldn't take to freeing from the Matrix. You need the conformity. I never got COVID. I don't think. I mean, if I did, I just kept LIVIN. Like McConaughey.
If you got COVID, I think you'd be the one to go out, Mike.
Yeah, I feel like I'd die, right? I feel like I would be the one. Like
we would all be not showing up to the funeral next week. Like
no, y'all would all show up and want to do time at my funeral. Everybody,
That'd
can I get a guest spot? I'm still and I'm just laying in the coffin like.
Just torture you one more time.
No, everybody do one of my bits, but do it my way. Y'all can't handle it. But yeah, what if COVID was a good thing? What if it's pulling people out of the Matrix, and some people just aren't ready for it? They survive.
Why would the Matrix only want to take the old people? Like the most useless individuals.
So it's not a good thing, but it still applies. Those batteries ran out. They're throwing those
taking out the
out,
trash, dude.
Putting in a Duracell, dude. Yeah,
recycling.
Yeah,
this is good for the environment.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Like remember when everything was shut down for like the first month, and they were like dolphins showed up in the beach for like the first time in like 20 years because nobody's out here.
Yeah,
like.
Because there's not a bunch of kids on the beach crying and being annoying. Dolphins know better. They're like, fuck that.
It is good for COVID was good for the environment.
Yeah.
Maybe it was.
COVID was the Green New Deal.
Yeah.
It was the real life Thanos. It wanted us to prosper. There's still places you can't fly right now, right? Australia.
Yeah.
Where was
New Zealand. Or you can fly into them, but
those two friends that they're well, not my friends, but
Any part of Asia, you can't fly to America.
well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just stay over there. I'm not being racist. Just it's
I
fine.
know you're not
we
being
gotta know.
racist.
We gotta know. Yeah. Well, I'm not explaining to you. I'm explaining to the knaves at home watching this in their living room right now. I'll cuddle up with their
That
kids
are
and watch our
gaining
podcast.
education from the Open Mic podcast.
Well, I never said that's what they're gaining, but they're watching.
I heard that
They are
COVID was
learning.
actually a good thing.
They'll like start a rumor and shit. Like,
6 weeks from now, I'm being tried as a war criminal. All these people killed themselves from using used plastic forks at Chipotle.
the next comedian
I
to
heard
talk
that
about
licking
COVID.
sauce packets actually cures COVID.
It does. If you
on
open
the
it with
Open
your
Mic
teeth
podcast.
and you lick that little piece you ripped off, you're immune to COVID, dude.
You are.
Just like that.
Unless if it's a mild sauce, then you got COVID. No, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You got to have that fire sauce.
It's
Or the
like
hot.
somebody in the scene has a joke. Fuck, what's his name? John Barry has a joke. He's like, I don't use mouthwash for the full 60 seconds because I don't want to kill the germs. I just want to send a message.
Who says that? Who's
John Barry.
I don't think I know him.
I think he was around for
Or
a little
her.
while before COVID, and then he like is just now getting back. But I think
Okay.
he's still relatively new. He's very funny though. He's like
All right.
one-linery, like very
That's pretty
jokey
funny.
joke guy.
Yeah. Let's see if he can do the rest of this show if you want to go home.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'll hit him up.
Let's and also real quick before we get into anything, I'm starting to do this a little before times too.
Makes
go ahead,
sense.
Go ahead and tell them like where they can find you on social media and if you have any shows you want to plug coming up.
You can find me on Instagram at Jacob Marshall Comedy. And don't go anywhere else and look for me because they're all bad and I need to get more content on TikTok and all the other shit. And I don't have shows, so book me. Book me.
Yeah, Ariel's one of the funnier, newer comics that I've seen. I did a show with him last week. By the way, thank you for bringing the crowd to Dallas Comedy Club.
11 of our 20.
We had the smaller room, but we had more crowd than the big room.
Hell
but,
yeah, we did.
97.8% of them were Jacob's fans and family.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which I saw that. I found that picture. I was drunk when I took that of you and your dad that y'all didn't want to take that
Oh,
picture.
you took a pic. You
Yeah.
actually took a
I
picture.
took about 7 pictures.
I didn't
yeah.
know you took a picture.
I got hammered instantly after my set.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Now, if you could just keep that influence with more shows coming up.
Yeah,
you know?
it doesn't.
It's-
you're not going to.
It's
they
been
came
a
to one.
steady decline. My
Yeah.
first show
It
was
happens.
the Earl Campbell show. I sold 28 tickets for that thing and didn't get paid.
Dude, I spent my first show ever where I had to sell tickets or bring people. I sold 49 tickets.
Jeez.
I haven't sold a single ticket since. That was 7 years ago.
They were like, that was
Yeah.
bad. They're like,
yeah,
I don't want to
that's-
see him.
That was my first, that was 3 months into comedy.
Oh, yeah.
I did like
I had one
13
of those.
minutes. I got off halfway during my set, and the host comes up. He goes, "You have more time." I was like, "All right, get out of here then." And I started another set. It was just not good. And yeah, I haven't sold a single ticket since. I think I brought like a girl I was dating to something once, and then I was
Yeah.
like, "You don't have to come."
People
anymore.
start to interrupt you now when you're like, "Hey, I got a show coming." They're like, "Oh shit, look at this! I gotta."
Yeah, after I brought her to that one show, I said to her the same thing I say during sex, where you don't have to come anymore. It's fine. It's fine. I'll come. You don't have to. Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't planning on it
Yeah,
anyways.
she wasn't planning on it, but
She was- there were no
I surprised
expectations.
Her. I surprised her a couple times,
Oh,
dude.
did you?
Yeah, I got a John Stamos mask.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's fine. I call it my Stay Moist mask.
you stay moist.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to make her come when your face is down there instead of where she can see it.
Yeah. Now she says she just remains the same. All right, I'm sorry. I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so stupid. You got some questions for us, Jason?
Yeah. How about? Would you rather have a face that everyone laughs at or a name that everyone laughs at?
Name.
Really?
Yeah, because I can change my name. I can't change my face.
You're a comedian. You can't say your name for your whole hour, but if they're always looking at it,
Nah, because I don't want them to laugh because of my face. I want them to laugh because I'm extra funny.
yeah, but it's an extra
And
tool,
his
you know?
genuine skill for the
Yeah.
art. Right?
I
Yeah,
would
ooh.
really go with the face
Y'all
thing,
keep
where,
going. I'm gonna
where
turn
your
the AC off.
comedy's at
Okay.
right now. I feel bad because I just said that right as he got off the mic, so he couldn't respond.
Yeah, of course, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, no, he's like, hold on a second,
Yeah.
damn it. Let me tell you this.
God damn, that's funny.
We-
No, it's definitely face. You have to go face.
No, fuck that. I want to get some pussy, dude.
Yeah, I'm taking name. I'm
Like
going
girls say
name.
they want a guy that makes them laugh, but not in bed. Like that's not where they want to laugh.
Dude,
at
that's
you.
the best though. You haven't
What'd
ever had
what'd
that
you
happen?
say about me a second ago? Yeah, I've had that happen. Come
It's
on.
no, but not because of you.
Then because of what?
Like you have like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia on in the background, and you both hear like a good joke and just start dying laughing while you're fucking. You've never had something like that. It's the best.
Yes.
It's the best. That feeling, dude, while you're inside and they're laughing. It's like a cough pussy. Like,
I was gonna say, if they cough,
I was thinking more of like a puke retch. You know?
Puke on my dick, baby.
I've had that happen too.
On both ends.
The best is when they sneeze while you're inside of them because you
Haven't had
think
that
they're going
yet.
to take it with you. But
Find an allergy.
You found a girl that was allergic to you?
yeah, it was so erotic and just so mucusy.
Go
so
hang out in the
everything was lubed
Go
up.
hang out in the go hang out in the Clarendon aisle. See who walks
Yeah.
by. Start hollering
Just
at
crush up a
chicks.
Clarendon and put it in her drink. It's not a roofie.
Cosby was a Benadryl guy.
Well, he's not getting drilled anymore. They let him out. Well, I was going to say something a second ago about that. Oh yeah, I've never had a girl laugh at like something on TV during sex because I'm a lights off kind of guy. Like I gain my confidence from the dark. Plus,
But lights off, but like TV lights not too bad.
Well, also they're too busy squirting and coming while we're having sex, so they don't have time to laugh. So
Well, do you find yourself with like a pattern of a certain type of music or something like that? You know, like you're listening to music. You know?
I've never been a big music guy during
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah.
Because then it's like
I like the
feels
music.
too like pre-planned too. Like I don't want to. Like it's got to be like a chill thing, and then like like we just start
Yeah, just
fucking.
throw
Like
on a
I don't
playlist.
want to
Hey,
be
Alexa,
like, hey
just-
lady, like let's fucking. Let's
well,
turn-
you don't have to just hit play. It's like womp, womp, womp. It doesn't have to. You can pick some.
It's not that. It doesn't have to be Barry White.
Dude, I used to put on This Is the Doors on Spotify and fuck to Riders on the Storm.
Yeah.
That's erotic. Yeah.
I fucked to Or Nah one time, but I don't know if you know the song. It's like The Weeknd and Ty Dolla $ign, but they use bed springs for the beat in the songs like the whole time. It's like,
So you try to match it up. Yeah.
Isn't that the remix they took from that old some cut up? Remember
Yeah,
some cut?
I do. Yeah, yeah, Trillville.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah. I find my most frequent sound is usually the PlayStation like menu screen. That's our soundtrack that we bang to
That's
in
pretty
most
hot.
instances.
That's pretty hot.
That goes
That
through.
like,
I hear that
whoa,
shit and I'm
whoa,
like,
whoa.
I turn it on and I kind of like, damn, I'm getting fucking boned up here with that shit.
it is kind of relaxing.
Don't load yet. Don't load. I'm about to load.
All right. Would you rather live in a world with no music or no video games?
Ooh. I say no video games.
I say no
need
video
music.
games.
And
Yeah.
that sucks. I love video games, but I know you really love video
I do,
games.
but I would still choose music.
Jason just bought a $20,000 PS5, so
Dude, I gave my PS4 away like 2-3 years ago, and I haven't played a video game since. And it was like bullshit. Like, it was my fault that I had to give this PlayStation away. I let one of my friends from like childhood crash at my house while I was in Hawaii for a basketball tournament with the TCU basketball team, and we came back and his PlayStation, my roommate's PlayStation was stolen.
Oh,
and
shit.
like a pair of Jordans of mine were stolen and a backpack, and then another roommate of mine
That's
had
an
a
ass
like
kicking right
legit
there.
Carmelo jersey like that he bought at Madison Square Garden and all that. Yeah,
Should have
like
been in a shadow box.
yeah, and it like he stole all that shit, and we ended up getting the jersey, the shoes, and the backpack back. But my friend was like, "I didn't take the PlayStation. I don't know what happened with the PlayStation."
okay. So you stole everything else, but not the PlayStation.
You
That's
sold the
sacred.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's what you did. Yeah. So
Well, that's right. He didn't steal it. Then he did a deal. He
Yeah.
bartered it.
He bartered it. Yeah. But
So you had to reset yours to factory settings and
I
hand
just
it over.
gave it to him the way it was. I didn't give a shit. We were roommates. He was playing on my PlayStation because his PlayStation was in his room. I had mine in the living room, which
You
was
had
the
the
other
community,
weird thing
yeah.
was like, why did he not take the living room one? Why did he go into his bedroom and take that PlayStation?
Targeted attack.
Either
That was,
way,
he
it's
knew that
gonna
was
be-
yours. He was like, "Oh, that's my friend."
But he still stole a pair of Jordans from me.
No, you left them
He
out. He thought
really
they were
liked
someone
them.
else's.
He must have
They
really
were
liked
nice.
them.
They're,
Which Jordans were they? I'm a big Jordan
they're
sneaker person.
Jordan 6s, the Gatorades, the white, green, and orange ones.
those are
Oh,
collectors.
yeah.
And then I have the other.
You can buy sales for like $600 right now.
No, I think there was like three. I think they never shot up as I bought them for 200, and they never shot up like I thought they would. And then
Yeah.
I actually got the Jordan 1 Gatorades, the grape ones.
Yep.
And those like never turned into worth any money.
No.
But-
A lot of those ones are too gimmicky.
yeah, but
Too
I
gimmicky.
love them. They have the Gatorade bottle on the laces, like in
Yeah.
the middle. Like it's dope. It's sick. But yeah, it's whatever. But either way, so I ended up having to give my PlayStation to my roommate, who's now in the NBA making $1 million a year, and I want my PlayStation back.
So he's not your roommate anymore?
No,
He should pass you a cool like 50 G's just to be cool, man.
Yeah,
Also,
Dez. What's up, Dez?
Yeah, what's up, Dez? What's up, bro?
I
Let's
smell
hang
a
out.
promo coming. Yeah.
He's starting for the Grizzlies, fucking averaging 17
He's on the
points
Grizzlies?
per game. Yeah,
What's his name?
Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain. That sounds like a supervillain.
He led all rookies last season in 3-point percentage. Second team
dude.
all rookie.
So you can afford to buy your old friend a PS5
Yeah,
and
what's
your
up,
new
Dez?
friend a
Come on.
PS5
Pull
or
some
a
strings, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Come on.
or a Benz. It doesn't have to be an S class. I'll take the small one. It's fine. But yeah, so can I crash on your couch then since you got all this cool shit?
Right?
No, dude, I live
Like
with my
shopping
mom
and
now.
shit?
Yeah.
I live with my mom now.
Oh, even better. I won't be stealing from you. Yeah.
You'll be stealing. You'll be.
She'll accuse you of stealing it. Yeah, instead.
Tell mom to make bagel bites. What
right.
else you got?
Would you rather have people know your fears or your insecurities?
Ooh. See, I wanted to say fears, but then I don't want anybody to be able to use that against me. But I feel like my insecurities are my fears.
They're the same thing.
I feel like they're basically the same
One and
thing.
the same.
Yeah, like one of my biggest fears is being alone for the rest of my life. And I just told the world. So I'm just going to edit this out. That's fine.
Just air
What's
it
your
all out.
answer?
Let's
Yeah,
air
I
it all
feel
out.
like I already tell people both. Like I'm pretty
Yeah.
open about my shit. Because like, hey, I already told you can't use this shit against me now. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd rather put it out
yeah,
there first,
you put it
too.
up there early.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, I warned you.
Yeah, especially being a comic. I mean, I the thing that I'm noticing the further I get into actually doing comedy, not what I did the first 5 years, is that like the more honest I am, like the better the comedy is. The more I just put me into it instead of just writing jokes like, "Oh, what part of the chicken's the
Yes.
chicken nugget?" or whatever.
Yeah, no,
Other
I've
people
noticed
do.
that too. Like even early, it's like the stuff that it's like about me and it's like something that is
The personal
important to
shit.
me. People care more about that because you care. Like,
Also-
why should anyone care if you don't give a shit? You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? Like,
Also, like other comics can't. I've had jokes stolen from me that like I posted online, and someone in some other city stole it, and a friend of mine moved there, and they're like, "Hey, this dude's doing the same joke you did." And I'm like, I have the shit
Convenient.
timestamped. When did he start doing that?
yeah.
But like the personal shit, they can't steal from you. I think I was
Yeah.
working with like Screech or Pauly Shore or somebody. I can't remember, but I remember the booker was like, "Hey, leave some of your A shit in the bank. Do some of your other stuff. They'll steal your shit."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I could be wrong on those guys. Don't like come at me because I said Screech was a thief or anything. Dustin Diamond was actually a really nice dude.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
and
so-
if he wasn't, I'd say fuck you, Screech. But he's not. I mean, he's dead, so I'm not going to say that. Even though I just did, and I'll take this out of context in a promo. But I just remember them
just
saying.
add some like wacky music or something, in the
Yeah.
background.
Beep, beep, meow. Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Yeah. Jerry Seinfeld will steal the opener's jokes and do them right. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that personal shit. That's the sweet uses. That's what they want.
Yeah,
They want
I've
that
heard
real shit.
Bert Kreischer even talk about like when he went like full into stories. He's like, it's about nobody can steal anything from me because it's all about me and my family and everything. Like it's such a tell. Like if anyone does try to steal it because it's so obviously Bert.
Yeah.
Like
I'm the machine. It's
Yeah.
like that's. I heard another guy say
Yeah.
this already. Yeah,
that dude took his shirt off and then told Bert like,
I've been doing this since the '80s, bro. Yeah, I don't want. I don't. Like I like Bert Kreischer, but I don't want to take my shirt off on stage. I just don't want to have.
Yeah.
I'm not saying for him it's a gimmick, but like I don't want to be that guy. Like okay, I took my shirt off once, or say I'm the guy who takes my pants off on stage, and everybody loves it. Now I got to walk around in my fucking underwear.
yeah, that's
Like,
right.
I'd rather just walk up there fully clothed and be like, "What's up?" and talk.
Well, doesn't it tie it into a universe of like, okay, well, I put him in a box with him and Kreischer and all that. It's like these guys all take their
Yeah,
clothes off.
there's already a guy doing it. You don't need to be the next one doing it.
Yeah.
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 Okay, fair.
Yeah. I don't know why I brought that up.
How about
Anyways.
this? Would you rather have no knees or no elbows?
Ooh. So would I just whatever I get rid of, that body part is just straight?
I guess so.
Molly Shannon, you
Yeah,
get.
yeah, you might hop around like a South Park character or something like that if you got no knees.
I do wish I had the South Park smile, the triangle when they get excited.
Yeah.
I love that. What would you pick?
That's tough. Because, like, just practically, I think you have to say no elbows. But then I was thinking about, it's like, if your arm's straight and you're doing comedy, like, how do you get the microphone? You just have to put it in the
wear a
mic
headset?
stand.
Leave it in the stand.
You're in the mic stand.
Leave it in the stand. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It was this big.
It was really small. It was about...
You're really good at those stories. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd get rid of Man, it's hard because I don't understand how I'd be able to walk. I was gonna say run, but let's be honest, I'm
I
not
feel like
running.
you totally hop like a South Park person. You just have to
Fucking-
hop, just jump everywhere.
But only because like it's gonna be even harder to finger somebody if you can't bend your arm, right? Like you're like, hey,
Dude, but your
like,
spanking
twi-
game is
twist-
on point. Just swinging.
I feel like you knock her off the bed though, right? There's all that fucking inertia.
trajectory, you know?
Some of these Bumble bitches like that shit, dude. The Hinge hoes, the Tinder thoughts.
Shout out, fuck Bumble, okay? Like, fuck Bumble and DFW.
You're
'cause
too
here,
old for Bumble.
My Bumble, I am not. Have you seen some of these bitches on Bumble? Like, well, your age range is probably lower than mine, but
You think?
no, it's not. It's not.
You
It's
out
not.
here banging
It's
23-year-olds?
not. I'm trying. But here in DFW, my Bumble is just like fucking bubbly water. It's just like, But I go to like Austin or somewhere else.
Well,
that shit's on
Denton sucks.
fire.
Denton sucks
The
for
whole-
Bumble.
It does. I
Fort
know. So
Worth
I go
is
to
good.
Dallas. Oh, I always get matches from Fort Worth, and I don't even have my
Dude,
destination
TCU
set
girls?
out.
TCU girls?
Yeah,
And Bumble's the most
Yeah.
popular
Yeah.
for TCU.
Nice.
I can't do Tinder. I'm banned from Tinder.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I didn't even do anything creepy. I didn't do anything. I said all my poses were me like bending over and like looking at the camera, and I said, "I'm a cam girl. What's your credit card number?" And they took it serious and they banned me for life. And I was like, "You didn't even."
They don't play.
Yeah, they won't email me back either. They blocked me. It's so annoying.
They don't reverse decisions like
And my
that.
Tinder had just got on fire too, because when I switched to those pictures, it was fucking dinging me out.
Like people were like understanding the.
I have a
Girls thought
feeling
it was
the
funny.
context.
Instead of me like
Yeah.
trying to be like, "Hey, what's up, girl?" I was just like, goofy fat fuck.
Yeah, here I am. I'm silly.
Yeah. They're like, he won't touch unless I let him. And I was like, no, I won't. I promise. I swear. I'm not.
I feel like your right swipe rate. That's a hard thing to say fast.
Yeah.
Right swipe rate. I feel like your right swipe rate is like 100% on your phone, but then like other people swiping on you, we're talking like low fives.
Oh, I mean, we're guys. It takes 100 swipes just to get one match, unless you're counting bots. Which
It does
I'm not
that for
counting
you?
bots. Okay.
No, I'm
in
not that successful.
You probably are more than me, but I'm also in my late 30s. Okay,
Dude, Hinge is the
I had
move.
all my teeth pulled out and got dentures. Okay,
Hinge
I'm
is the
old.
move.
I am on Hinge. And
Hinge is the move.
Isn't Hinge
I-
the
I-
one that's like
I tell you
people
the-
you're associated with on social media?
No,
No.
I thought it was. It's not that one.
Oh.
No, Hinge is like especially for my age because I'm in college. Like Bumble and Tinder are more like the hookup dating app,
yeah.
and Hinge is more like serious. So like my matches on like Bumble and Tinder, I'm 23. My matches will be like 21, 20, and 19-year-olds. I won't swipe right on an 18-year-old. I feel gross.
Of course.
But on Hinge, all my matches are like 23, 24, 25-year-olds, like people with jobs, and they're actually looking. And I'm like so tired of like the hookup shit and all
yeah.
that. So it's
Oh,
like,
yeah. I'm so tired of all this sex and coming on strangers.
Such
I'm so,
swearing on your-
I'm
it's not
so
my thing.
annoyed.
It's
like-
not my thing. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm so tired of this. I just want to be in love with you.
He's
Wipe
a
your
good
face
guy.
off.
He's a good guy. He's like, already got all that shit.
I
out of
wouldn't
the
say
way,
good
you
guy.
know? He's an okay guy.
No, he's a bad boy.
I'm a
He played
bad
basketball.
person. I'm
He's,
a
he's
bad
fingered at
person.
least 5 strangers in the last year, I bet. And I'm
Fingered?
They want, yeah.
I don't finger
Well,
girls.
that's- you got to. Yeah, come on. You can't start
Yeah,
a fire
start
without
somewhere.
rubbing
You
some
don't just
wood
run
together.
your dick right in him.
No,
Yeah.
you go tongue first. You know,
Tongue first.
Well,
unless there's a smell, and then you backtrack.
That's why you finger
then you
him.
fucking.
then you scratch
So you
your,
could be like-
you scratch your cheek, and you're like,
Yeah, but
oh,
usually
on.
if it's bad, you can smell from a distance.
If
Yeah.
you smell from a distance, I'm running from a
Well,
distance.
I have a keen
like
sense
a little
of smell,
funk,
so if there's something not right happening, I can be like, "Eeh."
I will say I do like a little funk though. I like a little. I'm not saying a stick.
You like a
I
little
don't want
tartar
you-
sauce on the fish sticks.
Yeah. I don't want some dry fish stick, dude. I prefer ketchup, but you can't eat pussy that way. It's well, I don't want to get into it. I've been down that road.
I think I'll take some.
You have
I'll
already
take some
been into it.
I'll take some cocktail sauce over some tartar sauce any day. to be
Yeah,
honest.
never mind. I'll just have some shrimp. I'm good. No, but you gotta finger them. Then you like scratch your face. Oh, okay, yeah, it's good. But my last
You just rub
girlfriend.
the pussy juice right on your face.
well, okay, that's
It's
how
gonna
you
be
tell
worse
them.
in about
Mouth is
2
going down there
seconds.
anyways. I didn't even think about that.
It's a tester, dude. It's like when you go to like a department store when they used to try to test you with cologne and spray you. It's the little tester. I'd rather have just a finger smidge if it's bad than already have it.
Hey, you just go down there like a dog. Just
Just saying hi.
scoping it out. You know?
I mean, if you can already smell it when you get down there,
What if after you touch your face and it was bad and you backed out the next day, you have like a rash on your face?
You got a lie. You got ringworm.
how do you think I got this mole?
That's what I got going on. So I don't know what happened recently.
Oh, play them like trumpets. Anyways, Go ahead.
Okay.
I thought I had something else, but it left.
I just got one more. Would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with friends?
Romantic comedy. There's more coming involved. Just flat out.
You think you could be more
Dude,
like...
there's so much coming in horror movies.
I said that, and then I started thinking about all the horror movies I like. I'm like, yeah, there's always sex.
You know, horror movies are not like they used to be. There's not as much sex and titties and all that like there used to be in the original.
That's because people are turned on
Yeah, but
more
the
by
bad
the horror
ones
now.
are
Yeah.
the bad ones are still. You want to be in a bad horror movie.
course.
The ones that are like soft porns that they disguise as a horror movie.
Where you can literally just like outrun whoever's after you or just get
Stripper
in the car.
zombies.
Like, did y'all ever watch Ginger Dead Man?
That
No.
sounds familiar.
Oh,
Oh.
dude, it's like Ginger Dead Man 3. It has Gary Busey in it.
Oh, shit.
And it's so, or maybe
That's
the
probably
first
how it
one's
was
Gary
anytime
Busey.
you hung out with Gary Busey.
Yeah.
To
But
be
dude,
honest
when
with
I
you.
was in middle school, Ginger Dead Man 3, it was on Netflix, I think, and it was just straight softcore porn. It was the best.
Oh,
It
nice.
was my shit.
Gary Busey was in softcore porn.
No, I think
Like,
he
you
was
just
actually
read
in the
it wrong.
first one. Now that I think about it,
Yeah, you
But
just
the
read it
third
wrong.
one
That was called Gary's pussy. You just read it wrong. That's not a misprint.
even more fucked up. Like,
yeah. Who can think of sex with Gary Busey on the set? I bet they put him in the trailer for the sex scene. They're like, hey, there's some cheese in your trailer. Why don't you go
I don't
there,
know. The
pal?
type of girls that are willing to do that movie may be real down for a Gary Busey type guy.
I can only think of...
You're broken if you're trying out for that role.
yeah. I can only think of Gary
That gives
Busey
me
being
hope.
in...
It gives me a lot of hope.
I can think of being in Point Break, and I think like Keanu's scenes with that lady. He was probably like, yeah, Gary Busey has to not be on set either. 'cause
Yeah. I don't
like,
want
"All right,
Gary
guys.
here when I'm banging Tank Girl.
All right, now
okay?
grab her boobs. All
Yeah.
right, here we go.
Hey, bud, smell her armpits. Be a man. Go ahead.
Now go on and pinch her tush.
All right, now eat some wasabi out of her little hip crease right there. All right. Gary Busey's a weirdo. Don't find me, please. Let's move on. Let's do the open mic. You go first. Jason's going to hold your shaft, and you give it a good hard spin in either direction. Give it a good spin.
Not too
though.
tight.
He's the first one to give it a good, hard, manly spin.
Says COVID. COVID or just a cough?
Have you run into that situation
I have that situation.
every day?
Yeah. People always think that. Yeah, exactly. Every time I
That
call
was a wet cough, by the way. You know?
champion boys, we'll beat it. We're all wearing champion.
We're all wearing champion.
Yeah.
Ironically,
Come on in,
conveniently.
COVID, you piece of shit. people always
That was
think
a
I have
forced
COVID.
cough, I promise.
I get that. Yeah. But especially being a fat guy, when I cough in public, people like move away. It's kind of a new power that I have.
You're like, I don't have COVID. I've just been smoking cigarettes for 30 years.
yeah.
That's all it is,
28
basically.
years.
Do you smell me within
Okay.
5 feet? I smell like cigarettes. I'm a cigarette
Yeah.
smoker.
Smoking cigarettes for 28 years is like me saying I'm 7.5 months in comedy. I want those 2 years, okay? I was healthy for 2 more years than you're giving me.
You've been healthy a lot longer than I have. Okay, let's just say that. But no, today I wanted to try a new restaurant, and I tried this new Mexican place here in Denton, and I was sitting there's only like one other customer, and they're like on the far end, and not thinking about it. I'm sitting there, and it got a little spicy. Is like clearing out my nostrils, so I blew my nose into a napkin. I look over, and the girls are on the there's 2 girls, and they're way on the other side of the restaurant. And they're like already cowering away. And I'm like, it's not, even if I snot rocketed towards you, it's not even close.
You're fine.
You're fine. Trust me.
Dude, my family was in town for Thanksgiving, and I got fucked up like the Saturday before Thanksgiving and caught like a little cold just because like my immune system was shit, whatever. And my family came into town from California, my aunt and her 2 foster daughters, and they found out I was like not feeling
ill.
great.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're leaving dinner. And they like left the restaurant.
They
dude.
left.
They left. And my dad was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
seriously, y'all are going to leave? And they're like,
Fanatics.
it's
They're
just not like that in California. Like, he wouldn't be allowed out. And like,
well, yeah, in
Yeah.
California, nobody's allowed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still like, I've heard the Joe Rogan podcast. California's bad. Texas is good. You get it? Yeah.
He
Move to
keeps
the
it
old
simple
West.
for
So
us.
don't move here. Stay the fuck out of here. We got enough of y'all.
Move to Denton, though, and come
Yeah.
to my
Y'all,
open mic.
y'all are the ones bringing this shit.
My neighbors next door are from like Orange County, but they're cool, so they're fine. But you other Tesla driving pricks, like, come on, like, give us something if
You
you're going to
wouldn't
move
own a
here.
Tesla?
Oh, I'd own one, but I don't, so I'm going to hate on them. Fuck
Okay,
'em.
got
Yeah,
it.
I'm a realist.
Seems like jealousy.
Oh, it totally is jealousy, dude. Teslas are dope.
Now,
I
you want
want
the
one.
van with the fucking suicide doors or the nice sedan?
I want the sedan,
Not
dude.
suicide doors. What is it? Lamborghini doors?
With the fucking
the wings.
the butterfly
butterfly doors.
There
doors.
you go. Yeah.
I'm sorry, butterfly.
Clearly, I've never had a car with those doors.
Butterfly does, as they say. But yeah, I want a Tesla. I forgot what the subject was. I'm going to move on.
COVID.
There's enough COVID talk going around.
Shoot your shot fails. This is a good one for Mikey.
What is it?
Shoot your shot fails.
Shoot your shot fails. Explain that to me. How am I supposed to fail at
What do you
this?
think it means?
Shoot your shot fails. Oh, like when you go for something and it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
I just had to spell it out in my head. That's everything I do. Everything I do turns to shit, dude. Everything.
I
Every
feel like
single
there's
thing
got to
I've
be a
done.
good like hit on a chick story and got shot down.
Every time. Okay, there's the one. I think I told this. I already told the one about the sausage biscuits.
Yeah.
I tried to.
We've heard the biscuits.
I tried
We've
to
heard
be
the
here.
refill on the sandwiches. We've heard the
Refill on the sandwiches.
The kolaches. We've
Colossi, yeah, she was hot too.
They're all food related, and that does not surprise me at all.
Hey, they know I like to eat. Subliminal message.
Yeah.
There's the one, a girl that had a sex drive. I told this a long time ago, so I'll tell it again because it was probably like episode 5 when I told this on here.
nobody listens to this.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody's listening now. Hi, Mom. So Jason, before he was with his wife now, he was with his ex. He had a big house party, right? Kegs, everything. And one of
That was cool back then.
Yeah, his ex had a friend that was a girl that I had met a few times, and she told her friend that she had a sex dream about me. So I'm like, that's an on switch right
I told
there.
him,
Right?
and I was
It's
like,
on.
hey, and by the way, she said she had a sex dream about you.
Bullies try to come in the party, and I fucking 80s movie bully them back out of the party. So my confidence was high. I'm fucking
He
hammered.
did a burnout
I
out
was
front. He
fucking-
fucking
Yeah, I fucking got an American flag waving on the freeway, stopping
and
cars.
Hazard.
You had,
Dude,
you had a fucking bandana, like the cool
Yeah.
way on your head, like
Yeah.
really tall on your head and
I had a
shit.
fucking Tupac bandana on, and no, but this chick, like, I was flirting with her, and I thought it was going well. I was also hammered, so maybe it wasn't, but she was going to the bathroom, and I was walking in front of her, but backwards, like hitting on her and stuff, and it seemed like it was going well.
There's
and
like so many people there that people are like leaning against the wall talking. There's
Yeah,
like it was
there's
like
people
a
everywhere.
legit house party.
like literally, I ran these bullies back out. I said something cheesy, but it worked. So I wish, and it doesn't even sound fucking real.
This seriously feels
But-
like an 80s movie story,
it
right?
felt
Like
like it
a
had the
cheesy
time.
80s
Felt like-
movie.
They pulled up in a big truck, big like
All
lifted
jumped out of the
4x4.
back and shit. They're all big.
It's the
burly
boys
dudes.
from our rival high
They're
school.
like, they're like from Decatur and shit.
Yeah.
They drove down.
They
here.
drove. Their sister was at our party, and she had a problem with the dude she came with was fucking someone else in our bathroom, and we were protecting him because we knew him.
We knew him
Fuck
and not her. Yeah.
But her brother comes in the party, and like 6 country dudes all come in, Carhartt jackets zipped, hands in pockets and shit. Fucking none of them had tops.
Yeet.
None of them had tops ahead of their heads because they're all wearing camo hats, so I couldn't see anything past here on them. But
Naturally.
they come in. He goes, "Where's Andy? Where's it?" He goes, "I'll fight everybody in here if I don't find Andy." And I like push people out of the way. I was like, "Then why don't you start with me?" Or some shit like that. I was like, "I hope you brought a lunch or some shit."
It's gonna be a long ass night then.
Hey, can we pause this story
Somebody
for a
put
sec?
a pot of coffee on.
Let's pause this story for a sec and remind everyone that this was supposed to be a shooting your shot fail story, and
Yeah.
Mikey has turned it into I was a badass this one
Yeah.
time. I need to brag
I gotta
about
tell you,
myself.
the night was going perfect.
I was shooting.
going great.
I was shooting a good shot this night. Okay, I'm not done with the story.
He ended up making
you
these
build
guys.
burn. all right?
He made them tuck tail and run. These guys all took off.
He was like, "Well,
This is a good friend. He's
I was like,
hyping you up here,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, thanks. That's why he's permanent and you're temporary. But
His name is in the name of the show, so you know.
I'm in charge. I'll change the rules as I go. Whatever fits my needs. Primi noctis. Anyways, so I ran them off, right? I was like, "Start with me," and he's like, "Oh," and he like calmed down. I was like, "No, we're gonna fight." And then they all got in the truck and left. Took his sister, went back to Oklahoma or whatever loser place they're from.
Side note, while all that was happening with Mike, the guy who was in charge of that group hashed it out with another dude, and they decided to get the fuck out of
Like,
here.
just let me have what
They're
I
like,
have.
we don't want to beat up the diabetes, dude.
They're like, this guy's legit retarded, and we can say it.
Your
but
fucking friend keeps charging us up, though. You know,
I was probably so
He's
drunk. though.
chugging maple syrup in the back of the room.
He's doing mayo shots right now. All right.
He just needs the sugar.
Yeah. He just snorted a pickle. A whole pickle. Didn't even chop it.
Hey, your friends in there punching bags of Doritos and shit. You know?
Hey, your friend threw up on his shirt and now he's yelling at my brother. Because I was so drunk, I was probably like, but it felt cool. People high-fived me. Total 80s movie.
They're like, you're fine. Don't make fun of him. He's on the spectrum.
We're proud. It was really good. All right, Mom. I told you this story before, Mom. We're going to talk about it again. Anyways, I felt really cool. People high-fived me. I don't care if they thought I was retarded. It's fine. But I was feeling good. I was on a high, right? I couldn't
You
even,
were a champion.
I couldn't even have my britches because I was way too big for
So when
them.
the music started playing again and everybody went back to dancing, all right?
Everybody started dancing, looking like Seth Green. So I'm walking in front of her, and she's going to the bathroom, and I got my beer, and I'm walking backwards, and I'm like throwing the smoothest shit ever. I can't even repeat it to you guys because
Smooth Mac Daddy. I love
you guys would all
pussy right here.
you guys would all drown in your own pussy moistness right now if I told you these lines. But anyways, I'm walking backwards, and my foot hit like the corner of a chair, and I tripped, and I fell, and she's right in front of me, and she's laughing. She's watching. For me, it was slow motion because I go all the way back.
And he was still continuing his story as he felt backwards.
Mike
Doesn't stop talking.
I don't. Only when I run out of breath. That's the only reason why I stop.
Which happens often.
I did stop my story because I remember
At
going
about the halfway point.
Yeah, I'm halfway to the
45
ground, and I
degrees.
say, "Oh, I'm falling."
You're like, I'm falling, aren't I?
Oh, pardon me.
Sorry to fall on you.
Yeah, I fell. And I landed in a picnic. No, I'm just kidding. I fell, and when I fell, I had a full beer. I just opened it. I poured half of it up my nose because I just fell like that, and it went up my nose.
We talked about snorting a pickle. He snorted his beer.
I choked on it, and I coughed.
You like cough it
onto my
out?
shirt while I'm on the ground. And she's standing over, and she's like, "Ew." And then I never spoke to that girl again.
She, like, avoided you the rest of the evening.
I slept in the garage that night. Not
She
even
wasn't
my
even
house.
talking about the beer thing. His shirt just lifted up like a quarter inch. And
I was broke back then. I was not as fat. Still fat,
You had a
but
more
not as
leaner
fat.
physique happening at
just
that
being
point.
mean to
yeah.
Mike this
Yeah.
whole podcast.
That's okay, I live in self-deprecation. You're just giving me a goal to work towards now.
There you go.
Yeah,
Keep in
so-
mind, when he does all the editing, he's going to hear all of this stuff over and over
I'm
and
gonna
over
make it seem
again.
like I said
Yeah.
all this stuff to him. Fuck you, Jacob. Yeah, I'm gonna cut
Hey,
together.
that means it was good enough for you to want to have it. So
I'm gonna
I'll
cut it
take
together to where you're just complimenting this whole episode. Like, you're so cool, Mike. Man, how do you stay in such great shape? And
He was
stuff
a
like that.
great
Will you be my
guest.
mentor, please? But what about you? What shots have you failed? You fucking big tall fuck machine.
Yeah, so not often. No, I'm kidding.
So I'm into coming
Once or
right, and I got it
twice.
up her nose. Fail, whatever.
No, I actually my first date since like my ex and I broke up. I dated this one girl for like 4 years from senior year of high school until like summer of 2020, and my first date after that breakup, like I'd been talking to this girl for months. I was like super into her, and we went to Torchy's for our date. And then afterwards, she was like, "I want to come over and like meet your dog and all this stuff." And I was like, "Okay, this is going good."
Meet your dog means fuck.
Yeah. I thought so. And then halfway on the drive home, she goes, "Hey, I got to go home and work on a project," and got home and blocked me on everything. Like
Oh, shit.
ghosted me.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
Halfway
happened
to
here
your
now?
house? Like,
Yeah, halfway.
Now,
were
was
y'all
she,
right?
was she following
was she
you?
following or riding together?
Riding together.
All right, what'd you play on the radio?
It was basic stuff.
Like
I was
just-
asking her what music she liked, and I was like, "What do you want to listen to?" Like, and she was like, "Oh, like play whatever you like. I want to know what you like, whatever." So I'm like just playing my normal shit
So
that
he's
I would play. I mean, it was most of the
Boys
stuff.
in the Hood and fucking NWA and
No, I
50
listen
Cent.
to a lot of like melodic rap and like R&B
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's
So a lot of auto tune and mumble rap.
not as much mumble rap. I do like Young Thug. I mean, he's
It's
like
funny
the
that
king
his
of
name is
mumble
the
rap.
first name that comes in.
Yeah.
Well, he's
I
the
don't
king
like
of
mumble
mumble
rap,
rap.
but I do love Young Thug.
Well, Thugger is the he's
Yeah.
the king of
Well,
it.
Jeffrey's a little different now.
Yeah,
so.
Jeffrey. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So,
did you ever find out why she blocked you?
No, I actually saw her on campus this like last semester.
She, like, walked the other way.
Like no, like she was out
called
on
security.
a run and she just like head down, kept going. I was like, all right,
Like, you
whatever.
know she
like,
saw you. But
yeah,
like,
that,
you-
well, I was the only person on the sidewalk, and she ran right past
you-
me.
are you
But I was
not
like, whatever.
oblivious?
Like I don't care.
Did you
like,
assume she was just running from the next one? Yeah.
I hope no. Like,
I've had like sure things like that I thought were like, I went on a date with this one chick, clearly bigger than her profile. I expect that. All right, you're not gonna fucking fool me. Okay, I actually want that. All right, but
whatever makes you feel better.
we go
about
out. Shut up, Jacob. We go out. We go to this bar. and we're drinking. We're having a good time, play some pool, whatever. She's laughing. She takes her birth control out on the table, right? Makes a big production. I didn't even say one fucking word about it.
She like claps it on
She
the
like
table.
claps it like, struggles to open it, opens it, takes one. She goes, got to take my birth control, and like takes her drink. And I was like, cool, so you want another shot? Or I didn't even say anything. And then afterwards, like, we're about to leave. I was like, so you want to come to my place? She goes, I won't just come over and fuck you, and made a big deal. And I was like, whoa, bitch, then why'd you have to take your birth control? Like, who was that for?
Just like, making sure I stay regular.
Yeah, who'd you meet while I was in the bathroom being regular? I wasn't. I was.
My ex and I called that monkey time.
Monkey time?
When she took her birth control, because she had an alarm on her phone, and she used those like monkey emojis where they're like covering the eyes for the alarm name. And we went on a trip with a bunch of friends like early in our relationship, and her alarm started going off, and the phone had like fallen on the floorboard of the car. So our friend picked it up and goes, I'm not gonna say her name, but blah blah. Monkey time, and like it just killed with the whole like we were just dying like, because we knew exactly what it was, and no, but it was just the inside joke type.
You had to be there.
Yeah.
Geography joke.
I'm so glad I told that story because that was a fucking,
I'm just glad
I think I'm gonna do that one on stage.
Yeah, you should open and close with it. I'm just glad it wasn't racist, because when you said monkey time, I was like,
everyone thinks, you know,
don't you make
It's
me make a
misleading.
promo out of
well, it
this.
was a black guy that read it, so
And your girlfriend was a black guy too, right? That's what you said?
At the time?
See, that's a trap. No matter what you say, it's hate speech.
thick as one,
A big old thick one. Her body, her choice, or his.
little thicky,
Nice.
nice.
All right. You give us a fail.
Wanna do one?
No, you give us a fail.
Oh, a fail? All right. Well, how about remember the time when I was online dating and we brought this girl over and she kept checking in with her like friend every like 30 minutes. It felt like she's like, I just have to check in and make sure.
Well, I mean, you come to a house alone and it's me and you there. I'm surprised she lasted 30 minutes between.
Two guys alone in a house.
Yeah, that's a lot of rape and torque coming at her. Not that we would rape, but like girls assume. And honestly, I don't even want to touch you till you like write me a formal letter.
Yeah,
A lot of gravity in the room between you two, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Beyond
There's
that one, I'll say no. Actually,
Not much effect from the moon going on here.
I remember doing a bunch of online
High
dating.
tides at the.
And I remember going on a date with this one girl once that she actually like got real comfortable with me and started saying that like, no, I got all at like every night online is like getting me like free dinners. I don't have to buy groceries, this and that, blah blah blah. And, like she was getting real casual. She's like, but you're different, you know. And I'm like, so you gonna pay for this then? And she's like, no. She's like, you know. Pay for it and stuff. She's like, then we'll hang out and go get some drinks and all that stuff too, you know. And like, sure thing, you know, surefire thing. But like at that time, I was like, that was like my 6th date like that week that I fucking already spent all the money for and everything like that.
Jason's working a shift.
I'm like, man, I don't want to spend any more money. So I bounced on her. I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Be right back.
Oh, you like left?
Yeah, I left, and we had already had like 3 drinks each, and you know had the appetizers and some other stuff. And I just
dude.
felt like I had to like give her a little bit of like a taste of fucking, you know,
Yeah.
like you pay for this shit this time.
And
bitch.
also, you couldn't
You
follow
hoe
instructions
asshole.
and tell us that you failed because you had to make yourself look cool.
You did.
Well, I mean, I apologize. I don't have many
Dude,
fails.
he's married.
That
was the fail.
See, I got married 11 years later. Had 8 years before
I mean,
that,
his
4
current
years before
marriage,
that.
but-
I stay in like pretty long relationships.
That-
I mean, I kind of.
I'll be honest though, that is pretty cool to just leave. Like, oh, you get something free. Oh, that's so
Oh,
fun.
as soon as my phone started
I'm gonna
blowing up.
Order me another round of drinks. I'm going to the restroom, and then you just fucking leave her there with
As
the
soon as
bill.
my phone started blowing up, I was just like, she realized I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
You know, ironically, here's the fail part, I guess. That's the night that I was borrowing your car, and I drove back with the Durango, spun that motherfucker out, and hit the wall.
Oh yeah, that's
When it
when
started
you
raining, it started
that's when your
pouring
punishment
right
aff-
on me on the way home.
That's when your punishment affected
That
my life. It's
was-
still not yours. Still didn't punish you. Punished me instead.
I had like a sore hip. It jolted
Mikey's
me for the
karma was
weekend.
still somehow worse.
Yeah.
It actually dented a dent out, you know, by me hitting the wall. So
Yeah,
it made that.
My actual credit karma credit is so bad. Like I'm still paying shit back from the 90s, dude. I still have like Circuit City karma.
From when I was born, yeah.
Yeah, basically. How old are you?
23.
Check his ears. I bet he's got milk
He
behind
doesn't
him.
even know about Circuit City at 23.
I know Circuit City.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's had other comic
closed
shitty
when I
jokes.
was-
Electronics Boutique?
No, I don't know that one.
Okay.
I don't even know that
EB
one.
Games?
I remember EB Games.
EB Games, I remember.
Okay.
And then GameStop bought them out.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are we at on time? Let's move on. Wait, we might have time for a workshop. Do you have anything new you want to throw out there?
Shit. I mean, I've been working on a story, and I just can't figure out getting it all put together. It's about like the first time my mom caught me masturbating, and it's like, do I just tell the joke as is? Is that how we do
However
this?
you want. Yeah, it's basically if you have something new you want to work on, you can throw it out there and we can try to help you tag it up. And then I have,
If you got a
I
funny
have
idea,
one
you're looking
idea
for
that
tags, something, I
I'm
don't know.
working on or thinking about that I'll throw out after. I can go first.
Yeah,
you can
do
go first.
yours
Some of the
first,
more
and I'll see.
I'll do
privileged have
mine.
walked away with some jokes here. You know,
Yeah,
so-
basically me. I steal everyone's jokes. I delete the episode. I'm like, you never said that to me. No, the one that I'm thinking of is how can I say? Okay, so my dad abused me, and like don't like crowds get weird. I'm like, don't get weird. All right, it
Yeah.
wasn't sexual. I'm way out of his league. Okay, I'm just he doesn't have a chance. Okay, but my dad used to beat me up a lot when I was younger. You know, and like. People still get weird about that, and I get it, but there was no crime committed. This was the '80s. That was parenting. That's raising children, right?
There's no child abuse then.
But the thing is, yeah, my dad would beat the shit out of me for anything. But at Christmas time, I would get like 1 year, I got a dirt bike and a trampoline on the same Christmas. So it was like I was just cashing in my points all at once, right? Like sometimes you got to earn it. I didn't get presents. I earned those fucking things.
Now, let me
Those
ask
are
you this,
mine.
was that a year you particularly took a lot of beatings to get those kind of rewards?
Pick a year, pal. Okay. My dad knocked me out the Grand Canyon once, and I woke up outside Vegas. That's across state lines. That's got to be a fucking felony.
No. Was it that you were that good, or was he trying to give you presents that could accidentally kill you?
Oh, I was thinking about this joke, and that's where I messed up. The gift was, that did happen. It was a trampoline and a dirt bike.
It started
but
off-
another year I got a go-kart and a Super Nintendo, and I meant to merge the go-kart and the dirt bike, because I say, I get it. I was a bad kid, but also maybe I'm just stupid. I mean, he's giving me escape plans, and I'm not taking them.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He gave
good.
me 2 ways out, and I'm still sitting here
Just
taking a
staying
beating,
right here on the property.
hoping for a Super Nintendo.
He
which I
wasn't
didn't
that
get,
dumb.
but-
They only had 20-mile batteries on them. Like,
Yeah.
You could only get so far.
Oh no, I got the dangerous. I got the good shit. I got an unregulated dirt bike that was too big for me. I got a
Nice.
fucking go-kart. My brother took
So
the
he really
governor
was
off.
trying to kill you.
Yeah.
It wasn't
literally-
about you being good.
accidentally kill
that was,
yourself.
That was another part of it where my mom was mad when I got the dirt bike, because she loves me. And my dad was like, what's that dirt bike going to do to him that I haven't done to him already?
It's gonna kill him. He's like, so what?
He's like, he's not going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him. All right?
Also, when you bring up the abuse thing, you could make a joke about yourself. Be like, "That's why I grew up to be the shape of a punching bag."
Well, no, my dad fucking
heavy bag.
He trained me to be this way because I would get beat if I didn't finish my plate. And then when I got older and I was fat, he made fun of me for being fat. And I'm like, this is your plan.
did this.
This was your plan.
Yeah.
This is what you did.
Oh, you don't like what you made?
Sounds
Yeah.
like you just don't like taking responsibility for your actions, Mikey B.
No, I don't. I don't need to because it's not my fault.
It's never your fault.
It's
You're
like-
right.
Exactly.
I
We're
know.
not having
Exactly.
a
I know
repeat
Mikey
with-
enough to know that he's
one
an
of the first
angel.
millennials.
He's a
so
walking angel.
I actually am. I'm like a savant. Okay, I'm
He
everybody's
had
punching
wings.
bag.
They fell off when he tried to fly the first
I
time.
have wings, they just don't
were
flap that fast.
They were not built for that body.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be small.
So tell us your great joke, then, you piece
Well,
of shit.
before you
No, I'm
move
just
on, I also thought that you were going to lead up with saying that you got hit with, like, beat up with a skateboard. Then the next year was something a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger.
Oh, that's
so
pretty
like,
smart because my dad did knock me out with a skateboard on my 12th birthday.
So start out with something
Or
small.
with my 12th birthday present. It was before my birthday.
and then next year you get something bigger. You're like, oh, I want that, but fuck, it's gonna hurt. Shit.
I'm saving up injuries.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to be out most of next year.
But
trying
what
to
do
get
you want this Christmas? You'd be like, video games, real small,
Hot Wheels.
small stuff.
I'm going to be gone for about 6 months next year. I'm trying to get a dirt bike. So that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna take note of that.
There you go. Yeah, no, hey, that's what the shop's for.
He's got COVID. Get him. He's got Omicron.
Cut. And then it's like just us talking. So we're gonna finish.
So what do you want to throw one out there?
Yeah,
you kind
I'll
of
do
have
that.
an
So-
idea of how it works.
Yeah. So when I was 13, my mom caught me masturbating for the first time. And
What was the last time?
I haven't figured out. It's like, do I just say my mom caught me masturbating? Do I just say do I say first time? Do I say only time? Because it's really, I think that is the only time it ever happened.
I'd say my mom caught me masturbating once.
Yeah.
So
That's
my
not
mom
bad.
caught me masturbating once.
I'd say it depends on how the rest of the joke goes. Tell me the rest, and then
Yeah,
I can
so
decide
the rest
that.
of the joke is mom caught me masturbating when I was 13. you know, there's a lot of shame with masturbation when you're that young. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it in my closet. That's a bad place for that to happen. Like, what was I expecting my mom to, yeah, that's not the place that should happen. What was I expecting for my mom to come in and check on me in the middle of the night, look in the room, be like, huh, he's not in his bed. No further questions. Like, no, that's not going to happen. But either way, I go into the closet, close the door, turn the light off, put the earbuds in, start doing my thing. 5 minutes later, lights kick on. I look up. There's my mom. Like, little did I know that when I was a little kid, asking my parents to check the closet for monsters, I was just training my mom for this moment. But either way, she like looks down at me and she says, give me your phone. That was the only thing she said. And she walked out of the room, which was horrifying because I wasn't watching porn. I was watching Pretty Little Liars. Like, I wish she would have caught me watching porn, because at least if I'm watching porn, that like I'm using it for what it's intended for, right?
Yeah.
Instead, I'm watching this like teenage drama on ABC Family.
Like,
that doesn't seem appropriate.
Like they're more like, is he gay? Should we have the talk?
Should
we
that's
have
what I
the
was gonna
talk
bring up.
with
I
him?
think it's good to mention about being in the closet. There's like,
Yes, well, I get
but
to
you
that.
turned into the gay monster in the closet, or just the monster in the closet, because they used
Yeah.
to check for monsters in the closet.
Yeah, so after that part, I'd say like my mom in the car right on the way to school the next morning was like, hey, when I get home from work, we're going to talk about this. And then I do a closeted joke where I say, I know like you don't want to have that conversation with your mom. And like, I feel like I know like closeted, don't ask, don't tell was a bad policy for closeted gay men in the military, but I feel like it's the only policy for closeted masturbators.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the ending is, the whole thing is not good right now, but the ending is I'm stuck between two different endings. Joey was talking to me about it, and he was telling me the ending when she comes in and talks to me should be her asking me questions about Pretty Little Liars, but I think she's asking it to me about masturbation. So like, how long have you been doing it? Like what's your favorite part? Like stuff like that. And then at the end, it's like, wait, are you talking about Pretty Little Liars? And she's like, are you not talking about Pretty Little Liars right now? I'm like, oh no, I'm talking about Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah,
the way that unfolds is actually really funny.
Yeah.
I think
really
that's
funny
good
how
for
that
the
unfolds.
end.
Yeah.
I would definitely mention somehow you turned into the monster in the closet.
Yeah,
and also when she opens the door, it's like, oh, he's not here. Guess he's doing his taxes or whatever.
Yeah.
Where else would you be?
Yeah, that's why I just did that joke at Twilight, and the no further questions line hit. But the problem is I feel like I'm shoehorning those jokes into the story, and it's so clear when I'm putting those jokes in that I'm just like forcing it in instead of like letting the jokes like flow within the story.
Yeah, you need to cut out some of the potatoes and have more of the meat.
Yeah.
What I used to do when I was newer, and I still do, like when I have a new joke, sometimes on a show, I'll do a brand new joke because I go over it in my head, or I'll say it out loud. I'll like go like in my room and I'll say it a bunch of different ways. Like I'm mad, like I'm angry, like I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'll say it like the joke is bombing, and I'll say it like the joke is doing well.
Wait a minute. You'll rehearse in the mirror or something like that, or just do it out loud?
Some people say to do it in the mirror. I don't do it in the mirror.
But you'll do it out loud, and you'll do it like happy sounding, and then sad sounding, and then mad sounding. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good.
I do it, but it helps me figure out like what parts I don't need in there, what words I can cut out.
Yeah.
It also helps me figure out the order of like where it goes on my set. Like, oh, this joke kind of pertains to this joke. It also helps me figure out like how the joke is the energy of the joke is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's not, for me, not every joke is the same like energy monotone.
Yes.
Like some jokes are high energy, some are low.
Yeah.
Some are both. Some are like you pause here and then you
That's
like,
the
bounce off
crazy
there.
thing with you saying that you like tell the jokes out loud, like to yourself. Like even just like doing it here, like I was stumbling, I was like struggling to get through it. But when I'm on stage, like I don't have that problem with any of my jokes. But if I could tell a joke that I have been telling for like 3 or 4 months right now, and I would be stumbling over it, and that's a joke that on stage I could tell in my sleep.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird for me.
It's easier because this format is just us talking, but to a crowd, they're not responding. They're there to listen and laugh. It's you're performing it. But I mean, that helped me a lot, especially when I was newer. And I'm to the point now where I've, on the way to a show, thought of something and just worked it out in my head a few different ways, because I always overanalyze things anyway. So
Yeah,
I mean,
me
I can argue with myself, and that's a normal day.
Yeah.
But I can pick out like what needs to be said or how I need to say it. I think just going over it helps you like. The more you do something, the better you get at it.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
Just do it over and over. But yeah, I do like that at the end, the unfolding, asking the questions. that pertain to you
Yeah.
jacking off in the closet or watching
Yeah.
Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the joke needs some finalized
Yes,
writing, but
it does.
It's actually a good joke to still like keep and work on.
Yeah.
It's a real coming of age story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one of those about the first bag of porn. I've found quite a few trash bags of porn in my day.
You know, I got
See,
the first
nobody
time.
my age can write a joke about that because we had
No.
the internet.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
what
yeah.
we have, like I had friends that I remember in middle school. I had a friend who had an iPad and he was downloading his porn onto the iPad and his mom found his downloads. That's the
Yeah.
closest
Yeah.
thing to, which is even stupid then because it was all free on the internet. You didn't have to download it.
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah.
In
Well,
what
you only- you
situation
down-
is he not connected to
You
Wi-Fi?
download the hits. You don't download just everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, come on.
No,
Yeah.
You just copy the link, put
Take
it in your
the
notes.
link,
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, but if I download it, I don't need internet. I can just.
When do
I
you
think
not
about it in
have
a pinch.
internet?
Dude, it's happened to me. I've been stranded before. Then that's what I was going to say is like I kind of feel bad for like your generation and not like talking shit like, oh, back in my day, but back in my day.
Well, yeah, you sound old as fuck right now.
Well,
but go ahead.
we had real freedom. I'd leave the house and I could just fucking disappear and nobody would ever fucking know.
That's true. You
can
can't
do
call
anything.
someone. I
Yeah.
mean, like if
You don't
you're
have
not
a
at home, you
phone.
can't call him.
Nothing.
He's not at home.
But also, that's like real.
supposed to
You
call
remember
him.
being in high school and like eating mushrooms? You're like, I could die and they'll never find
That's
me.
it. You could.
Yeah.
Some dudes did.
Yeah. Just wasn't one of them. I don't know. That's it. Let's move on. We're getting tight on time. We probably only have time for one story.
Okay.
But now it's time for some crime stories.
Time for crime stories, bitch. 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 Time for crime stories, bitch.
How about we got a man that farts at a detective until he's released?
Officer, I plead the fart.
I gotta tell you. First off, his fart stinks, but he probably looks tough too, and that's intimidating.
Dude, he's farting in that picture.
Dude, he looks.
He's
He looks
farting.
still farting now, motherfuckers.
Well, send me that when this is over. I'll
Yeah,
post
well.
it on Instagram. But yeah, that dude looks like he's got some beefy fart. Like he's got
Dude.
some
We've
fucking
been eating some
stinkers.
oxtails and some fucking some greens.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's real
oxtails
nice.
are so
I
good,
don't know.
though.
That shit.
They're
I
so
love
good.
it, boy. Just so you know, you make oxtail and chili. That's the secret. Go into a competition and win it. Generally, being interrogated by the police, it's best to keep your mouth shut unless you have your lawyer by your side, but maybe there's another way to get out of trouble. Sean A. Sykes Jr. Syke!
That's the wrong number.
He named himself that. Sykes, motherfucker.
That's it. It feels like a street name, but it looks they have it pronounced like a Christian name. So-
Sykes.
Yeah, that's it.
He even psyched out a psych, dude. Didn't even use an I. He psyched the I out and put a Y in there.
So, young guy, thinking it with his head here. 24 years thinking with his ass, I guess, actually. It's
Well,
24 years old, resident Kansas City, riding out in a car, which police found some drugs and 2 handguns. So he's taken in for questioning. When the detective asked Sykes about his address, he leaned to one side of his chair and farted loud. And then gave the cop his address, too. And then gave the cop his address, so it looks like he's not really good. Not complaining. He's like,
real.
he's like, I live at 204 Main Street. Just so you
He works in natural gas.
Sir, anything you shit can and will be held against you, okay?
The detective said that he kept asking him questions, and a barrage of farts just continued until the room stunk completely like trash and garbage
Dude,
and farts.
how do you fart on command like that? This is
Hey, I
talent.
gotta tell you, I mean, I could fucking clear a room probably.
You can clear a room, but could you keep going consistently
Man, on
to
some
the
nights,
point that
He
you got
can.
released?
He's cleared our entire homes.
some
Me and Jason
nights.
were roommates off and on when we were younger, and
But no, I mean, like, okay, go figure. I'd find myself arrested. I'm like, okay, start farting. I'm like, I can't fart. Fuck.
see,
You're
when I-
fart
What
shy.
are you supposed to do? That's it. That's it.
See, I
don't want you to look at me.
I have the opposite
You know?
problem. I've been questioned and arrested by the police, and I hold my farts. I'm like, I should
Let
be
it
doing what this
out.
guy's doing. I might not even make it to the jail if I let a Brussels sprout fart rip. Dude, it'll blow you to safety, dude.
Yeah, it's like
You're supposed to eat pineapple, right? That's what the is
That make-
pineapple.
No, that doesn't make your fart sweet. That makes your jizz sweet.
I-
yeah. Well, it probably makes your fart sweet because all the cum in your butt.
What if you're one of somebody
and
who
I applaud that.
What if you're somebody who like? What if you're somebody who likes?
We're pro cum and butt here.
What if you're somebody who likes jizz in their ass and somebody that was eating pineapples splooged in your butt?
What are
and you
jizz
farted?
farts like?
Jizz farts?
You think there'd be the
Bubbly?
aroma in there? Bleachy? Is it bleachy? Like that's like a pineapple bleach?
I don't know what you do. Pineapple bleach. I just think that's awesome that every time they ask him a question, dude literally does the whole. Because I've been questioned. I'm like sitting there like holding it like I'm going to shit myself. I should have let it rip, but this dude's just letting it rip. He's like,
That's right, bitch.
he's just looking up.
That's
Dude, you know what?
Can I go?
That guy definitely gets pussy because that
Yeah.
takes confidence.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
takes
Yes.
so much confidence.
Hey, you know what? And he probably is fucking a lot, and that's why he's so limber and his bowels want to fucking fart. That's why you're not supposed to fucking do that before you box in a boxing match.
I bet he's also like he's
Fake
in
news.
shape too. I bet that guy eats good. So he's got like those good protein farts that you could just
Kansas
on
City,
command.
he's eating ribs.
Oh, he's eating dry rub ribs. Come on,
Get those
Kansas.
creatine farts, dude.
oh.
MSG.
Creatine
and stuff.
shits. I love Always Sunny, dude. Best show
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
Though he was not charged on this visit, Sykes was pulled over 2 months later, and they allegedly found crack in another stolen gun in his car.
Crack.
And it seemed like even though he tried to pull the old fartaroo again, it didn't work that time. They
He
knew
just
it.
had a bad case of the crack farts. I'm going to call this episode the crack farts.
The crack farts.
The crack farts.
The crack farts file.
That's fucking. So he got arrested, obviously, for the crack in the gun.
Yes, this happened in October, so it's he's trying to get his way in his day in court now.
Yeah. Well.
What if he like really eats all the jail food and fucking farts a whole bunch in the court trial? They're like, we know how this goes.
Worst
No,
cellmate
no,
ever.
no.
That poor.
Yeah. I was
I'm
just gonna
practicing.
say,
I'm practicing for court.
I feel bad for whoever ends up in a cell with this fucking guy. Hey, let
Dude.
me have your cornbread. No. What? I'll ruin it. I'll ruin it.
Fucking ruin it for everyone.
There was a guy I worked with in high school, we worked at Outback Steakhouse together. Plug Outback. But either way, he was telling me he got arrested one time, and he was like, "Dude, it was the scariest thing in my life." And I was like, "Oh, why?" And he goes, "I got into my cell, and my cellmate did not stop masturbating for the 8 hours I was in jail." He goes, literally just stared at me and kept jacking off for the whole time. Like, that's confidence as well.
Yeah.
That is too.
Yeah.
And to go for 7-8
Probably
hours.
Crack.
Jeez, the
Probably
length-
crack.
He must have been on coke when he got in there because that's the only time I can jack off for 8 hours straight.
Yeah,
That's
had
the
to be.
only time. And it's
I mean,
because I,
like,
have to because
you
it's
know.
just I don't know. It's
And
not
then
happening.
after like 1 or 2 or 3 busts, even if you go that far, you're like, all right, I want something else to do. I'm
He
just,
said he never came.
2 or 3,
Like,
yeah.
I'm just
He was
imagining-
rubbing it
so
raw.
have I. I've never
Yeah,
came,
ugh.
not once. I've always faked it.
So he's fucking rubbing
Every
the
single
skin
time.
off the hot dog in that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna pull it off.
Cottage cheese that
that's
comes
for sure.
out your gum.
Dude, I have an uncle. I call him Theo Punch. He can fart on command at any moment in time, and that's why I believe that this guy can just do that. There's people out there like you can point him uncle, and be like, "Hey, fart!" He let one out.
Just like that.
Yeah, and he has a range too. Like he does the squeakers, the fucking ones that sound like you dropped like 8 bowling balls. Oh, sure. That's like,
This is by far the smartest podcast I've ever been on, by the way.
This is the smartest episode. This is the best one. I mean, we're naming this crack farts. I mean,
We're killing it.
What does that
Yeah.
tell you?
so you can't. I just figure you can't get canceled if you're just already shitty when you make it. So,
You're already starting from the bottom, so.
also, I worked with another guy. Sometimes I'd work for this contractor, like just doing cabinets or whatever. I don't know. We usually just got drunk. We just got drunk.
Anywhere
the
that there's-
radar kind of
You
work.
only trust Mikey with stuff that would hold food.
All we did was get.
He'll keep it safe.
He's going to hear all this in editing again and then come
Yeah,
at
that's
you.
fine.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. Anyways,
I know you won't be here again. That's for sure.
he won't. He has never. He's never been on this podcast. After you leave.
This is not getting posted.
This episode
Yeah.
might need to get scrapped. Oh, pull the plug. Yeah, sorry.
After y'all leave, I'm going to sit Anthony down right here, and I'm going to splice him into the episode, and we're just going to change
Here's
all
the
his
questions
responses.
that I asked Jacob.
And we are just going to trash you the whole time.
It's fine. I love
Yeah.
it.
No, but the guy, I worked for a contractor, so all we did was get drunk and extend finish dates. But he had this guy, Martine. I remember Martine could, at any, like, he couldn't just fart on command. He'd have to chop it up.
You gotta chop it up.
And like he had a heavy accent. Martine was a Mexican fellow, and you'd be like, "Oh, senor, I choppy one for you." And you do that. He said that-
Excuse me, what are you saying, sir?
he- yeah, and then it would like just blow up like a fucking hot seafood bomb in your face, dude. He'd come around
feel
you.
it.
Yeah, I'd be holding the cabinet up so somebody can like mount it, but I have to like physically hold it, and he'd come in between you and the wall, and he'd just fucking blow you up like a bomb, dude.
It's all the
Crop dust
fucking
you?
tomato sauce
dude,
from the
he'd
fucking micheladas.
It's fucking chemical warfare. It's
Yeah.
not crop dust. That's a fucking biohazard weapon he's got right there. It's fucking bad. Like literally, the temperature would rise 10 degrees. I could feel it.
You'd like feel, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I gotta take my hoodie off.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck this cabinet. I'll build another one.
You
We're
go
going
home
to-
later and
You're
fucking
burning
somebody
your clothes.
is like, somebody at home's like, I smell fart on
Yeah,
you.
dude, it sticks
Yeah.
to you. I don't know how he does that.
Butter.
It's a weapon, dude.
Yeah. Ass
Probably butter. Lots of
Yeah.
menudo. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. I think we're done. Right?
Cool. Sweet, man.
Yeah. We're right on time for
Right
finishing.
about when it gets fun, we gotta.
Yeah, if we
knock
go any
it off.
longer, it's going to be harder to edit Jacob out of this. So tell people where they're not going to find you on Instagram when I cut you out of this episode.
So you can not find me on Instagram at Jaga Marshall Comedy. That's pretty much the only spot for me right now. And then I run an open mic called Dusty's, or it's at Dusty's in Denton every Sunday, 10 p.m. sign up.
Yeah, when
10:30
Dusty's here,
start.
it's gonna be
don't
like,
even know
hold
the-
on a second, you don't represent us, okay?
Yeah, Dusty's. Is that, I guess if they're Dusty's, that's how they sound. Hold on, vampires.
Hold on a damn chicken.
Yeah, sarsaparilla.
Come on down to Dusty's.
Mikey's
I do
never
declare.
been since I started running it.
Not- since
Not
Jacob
once.
took over, I'm like, you know what? It must not be a comedy mic anymore.
Which it still
So
won't be.
I just,
Yeah.
no, I just like if I have a good weekend, I'm like, why ruin it? Because it's Sunday nights at 10 p.m. at Dusty's. And
It's very hit or miss.
And you don't even know the name of your mic. It's actually called the Rain or Shine mic, but if it rains, they usually cancel.
Well, they say comedy night on the
ironic.
flyer. It does not say rain or shine
Well,
on
that's
the
what it
flyer.
was, I think, when John had it. So
Yeah.
back in my day, in
He was,
2000,
he was selling something
in
that didn't happen.
2019, back in my day. But yeah, do me a favor, start the music, and by that I mean point anywhere in the room. Boop. We do that in lingo, or you get it. Anyways, we do that in post, and that's lingo. I could definitely cut that part out. For sure. I'm not gonna cut any of the other shit out because it's just too much work, but I'll cut that one part
That
out.
was one thing I noticed listening to other episodes of this podcast is you say, I'm going to cut that out all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I mean, I match up the audio in the video, and then.
And that took 3 hours.
And
He's done.
then I wait like an hour for it to export. Like, what else do you want me to do? That's a lot already.
And then you're in
a
a
lot.
different frame of mind next time you come back to it. You're like, what was I supposed to cut out again?
Yeah.
He's already ate a whole box of muffins by then. And
Nah, I don't actually like muffins. I actually have a glandular
Well, you got the
problem.
top.
I'm just kidding. I'm Louis Anderson. But yeah, you can find us. Fuck you, Jacob. You can find us on all social media at the Open Mic Podcast, MIKE, except for the Twitter, which is what, Jason?
Open Mic 5000.
And check out my Instagram at Mikey B the Comic. I have some shows coming up. I'll be at the Plano House of Comedy next Tuesday, Hyenas Dallas next Thursday, and I got some other shit too. Check all that social media to find it. What
Any
else?
merch coming?
Nah, I still got a box of shirts nobody bought, so so I have merch. You want a shirt? Anybody need a shirt?
the
Anybody?
moment you started talking about yourself, I checked out.
You checked out a long time ago, pal. You were never here.
I was
Joaquin.
waiting for a Wingstop reference
Yeah.
to pop in, and it never did.
These kids can't wait to get online and jerk off to little kid shows. What a weirdo. Anyways, he did that when he was 20. All right, bye.
13!